Folks, we're back. I just want to cover this very quickly before we wrap up today. We've got 30 minutes. We're going to move through some stories, and I'm going to try to do them and be coherent to where, try to stay focused. General Flynn, this is not on the pages of any of we know of the Nunes. Devin Nunes is going for the second round. They're going to hopefully pull Obama into this corruption with this fake dossier and the FISA court, and we know all the details we have there now. Mueller has his Russians that are indicted. But General Flynn, it's interesting. Mueller can indict Russians. He can indict. Russians. He can indict attorneys. He can indict somebody for jaywalking in this. But the fact that the judge wants to see some things in Flynn's case is not making headlines. Now, General Flynn, if you'll listen close, Michael Flynn is not making the front page of the indictments right now or the guilty pleas on anybody's radar screen for a reason. They don't want to try, and this is the deep state, they don't want to draw attention to this. Now, this Judge Emmett G. Sullivan, okay, he, in unexpected twist, judge in Flynn case asked Mueller for exculpatory evidence, okay? Now, let me just say this. Exculpatory evidence, and I put the definition up here. Exculpatory evidence is evidence favorable to the defendant, which would be Michael Flynn, in a criminal trial that exonerates or tends to exonerate the defendant of guilt. It is the opposite of inculpatory evidence, which tends to prove guilt. So this is not, if it was the other way around, you would have MSNBC, CNN, this would be a bombshell. The federal judge assigned to the criminal case against Trump's former National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, has ordered special counsel Robert Mueller to turn over any exculpatory evidence that may show that Flynn is not guilty, okay, to Flynn's defense team. Here, oddly, however, Flynn's legal team did not make the request. Instead, Judge Emmett C. Sullivan issued the order, at his discretion. He did it on his own, invoking the Brady Rule, which requires prosecutors to turn over previously unfiled evidence that may have a material impact on the defendant's case. Interestingly, 2 days before the order, Mueller filed a motion for an agreed-upon protective order regarding the use of evidence in the case, including sensitive material provided to Flynn's lawyers by the Office of the Special Counsel. This, on the left, you turn this around, this would be a bombshell report. Nothing. Crickets out there. Absolutely crickets. Exculpatory evidence that would prove he's not guilty is being asked for by a federal judge. Now, let's move to the next story of the day, and let me pull this up. And I want to pull this up for a reason, because remember, HQ2, put the map up of HQ2. Amazon is making a decision on where to build a $5 billion HQ2, a second headquarters in the United States. All right? And there's all those dots on the map are being considered, Atlanta being considered. But CNBC Politics published 17 hours ago, "No gay, no way" is wrong message on Amazon HQ2 decision. LGBT activists want Amazon to reject bids for its second headquarters from cities located in states without civil rights protections, urging employees like Amazon to boycott and sidestep states and regions. Wholesale is flawed. Regions wholesale is flawed at best and risky and harmful at worst. Welcoming more forward-thinking companies will help raise the tide of equality in states and lack of protection now. All right. So while the suspense mounts, however, some LGBT activists declare "no gay, no way," putting pressure on Amazon not to go anywhere, okay? As LGBT leaders in Georgia and Virginia, we take that in good faith. However, also fear that urging employers like Amazon to boycott and sidestep states and regions wholesale is flawed at best and risky and harmful to worst. Okay, this begs the question whether this approach paused long enough to listen to LGBT community leaders, activists, and business owners in affected states include Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, North Carolina, Texas, and Pennsylvania. So HQ2, what is that going to do? Watch a bill. I want you to watch a bill in the House. Now, we have updated the House and the Senate. Georgia has updated their adoption laws. Okay, take that down. And they've passed an adoption bill to update our adoption rules that are antiquated for years. But then comes along what's called SB 375, Keep Faith in Adoption and Foster Care Act. Okay? The bill related to children and youth services so as to allow a child placing agency to decline to accept a referral from the department and decline to perform services not referred under contract with the department based on child placing agencies' sincerely held religious beliefs. So Catholic charities, I think it's Catholic charities, but Catholic adoption agencies can say, if this bill passed, or faith-based, religious faith-based adoption agencies can turn down a request and refer it to another adoption agency, SB 375. So what is the first thing the AJC would do? Georgia might let adoption agencies use religion to refuse gay couples. If you believe several Georgia senators allowing adoption agencies to turn away married gay couples would result in more adoptions of foster children, they reason that most Christian adoption providers will open in Georgia if the government protects their religious objectives to same-sex parents adopting. Okay? The legislation is the latest religious liberty effort in Georgia, a proposal moving through the state Senate despite fears from business leaders, and it could harm the state's reputation as Amazon is deciding where to build its second giant headquarters. Amazon children. We are marching, kids marching in the street over guns. Adoption agencies, Amazon, it could hurt. This bill, see, I read the first one. What did it say? No gay, no way. Then what's the AJC do? They say that this bill here, why, if they're not saying, we need to be clear, adoption in Georgia, Georgia is not making it illegal for same-sex couples to adopt. They're not. There will be multiple agencies statewide that will let or accept applications from same-sex couples. But, for example, Catholic Charities do not. Now, they could say, look, here's a list of agencies that will be glad to help you. We're just not one of them. All right? Religious belief. This has come out of the Senate. It passed in the Senate. This is SB, if you want to follow this, okay? SB 375, and it's called the Keep Faith in Adoption and Foster Care Act. It was voted yes out of the Senate, okay? It will be voted, it made it out of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Now, what does that mean? That means they send the bills in after Senate votes on it to the Judiciary Committee. They rifle through it, cross things out, and doctor it up to make sure it will meet the legal mustard of the Georgia Constitution / legal challenges it will face. All right, it's going to move over to the House, and we're going to see what happens to it in the House. But my prediction is they've already set this up, okay? And Governor Nathan Deal, if it passes both houses, and Governor Nathan Deal thinks that this will hurt, let me just say this. I don't know when HQ2 is going to be decided, Amazon. But if Nathan Deal gets an opportunity to veto this bill, okay, or you start hearing in the media that he will veto this bill, watch and see whether he chooses religious liberty. You remember, my opinion, how lawmakers on both sides, the Senate and the House in the state of Georgia, a couple years ago, passed a religious liberty bill that the governor said went too far, and he vetoed it. What did that do? That gave all the politicians cover to go out and re-campaign, because the governor was not up for re-election. So he didn't take any heat, right? He didn't take any heat. So the legislature in Georgia looked like heroes on both sides, Senate and House, that they passed a good religious liberty bill, and the governor vetoed it. Well, they run cover. There's their cover. They go out and campaign and said, I'm for religious liberty. I voted for it. It passed the House. It passed the Senate. I think this right here could be the next bill that they get to go and campaign on, but the governor will veto. My prediction is if Governor Deal has to choose between HQ2, okay, Amazon, or sends a message to Amazon that this will be, okay, this will be vetoed, then I'm telling you right now, he'll choose HQ2. So that's 375. Please keep an eye on that. You understand where I'm at, Amanda? Are you paying attention?
Yes, I do.
All right. Watch and see, folks. Watch and see. All right, let's see what I have up here now. Did Amazon employees unwittingly, where is Amazon HQ2? Go ahead and put that map back up. Did Amazon employees unwittingly reveal, okay, did they reveal the location of HQ2? Did Amazon employees sitting around in their luxurious Seattle headquarters just tip the the company's hand and unwittingly reveal the second Amazon headquarters. Speculation is intensifying around Arlington, Virginia, okay, now, which covers the Arlington area, noticed a curious development on its website, an article from December entitled County Wins Top Environmental Award from U.S. Green Building Council suddenly rocketed back to become one of the site's most popular viewed articles in the past. They noticed where the activity is coming from, okay? And the activity happens to be coming from Seattle. The bulk of the traffic was traced to an internal Amazon.com page devoted to company's HQ2 search. That's where the bulk of the traffic was coming from, an Amazon dedicated page to the HQ2 search. So maybe Georgia is out of the mix. Maybe it's Arlington, Virginia. Maybe they're setting us up for, you never know. Okay, now, my final story this morning, I'm going to recap for one more reason, okay? Let me see if President Donald Trump has done anything on the Twitter deck here. You never know. You never know with that guy. You got to check in, you know? You got to check in. Okay, I don't have, let's see, what do we have here? What has Trump done? 6 minutes ago. Just 6 minutes ago, okay? Here's 24 minutes ago. 24 minutes ago, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, ran on Twitter, "The great Billy Graham is dead. There was nobody like him. He will be missed by Christians and all religions. A very special man." 24 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago. Here's a question for you. Donald Trump said a question, okay? It's just a question. Donald J. Trump, question. If all of the Russian meddling took place during the Obama administration right up to January 20th, why aren't they the subject of the investigation? Why didn't Obama do something about the meddling? Why aren't Dem crimes under investigation? Ask Jeff Sessions. Ask Jeff Sessions why. Why are they not? He's just asking Jeff Sessions. He's asking Jeff Sessions why. Why are they not all under investigation? Ask Jeff Sessions. He'll tell you. Why they're not? I don't know. We will see. That was a pretty good one right there. I did like that one. Okay, Pennsylvania, we need 24. Now let's look at the liberal judges, and I'm going to give you the name. Let's go to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. And I told you yesterday, what concerns me is why they don't want to lose if they can flip the House, okay, and flip the Senate. They don't want to lose the judges, okay? You have to stop and think about, yes, Obamacare was a massive piece of legislation. But what upheld Obamacare? The court, right? The court. They know, the deep state, the Democrats know they can't lose the courts, the activist judges. Everything President Donald Trump has done in the last year, over a year, up to DACA, the travel ban, whatever, boom, a court wants to stop it. They rush into a liberal court. Well, the other side is also true. They've used these liberal courts, okay, for their agenda, and that's how they've been legislating from the bench. Well, the state of Pennsylvania's liberal Supreme Court accepted new drawn map, all right, congressional map, that changes the geography there of the congressional districts to favor up to 10 more Democrats in the state. Now here's the liberal judges, and we have to, folks. We have to, they don't want to lose 2018. If Nancy Pelosi becomes Speaker of the House, the very first thing she will do is articles of impeachment against Donald Trump if she becomes Speaker of the House. Okay, period. All right? If we lose the Senate, you've only got 51 Republicans, which we really don't even have 51 votes, but if you lose the Senate, okay, don't think for 1 minute if Nancy Pelosi takes the House and the Republicans have the Senate. Let's say the Republicans end up 52-48 in the Senate, right? And Democrats end up with the House. Don't think we're safe. It's a Bill Clinton move. No, we're not. Because don't you think for 1 minute there's not 3 or 4 Republicans over there in the Senate that will vote to impeach Donald Trump. Don't think. Watch that. So this is the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Chief Justice right there in the center, the white robe there, white-haired guy in the center, Thomas G. Saylor. And then we have Justice Max Baer, Justice Deborah McCloskey Todd, Justice Christine Donahue, Justice Kevin M. Donahue, Justice David Welch, Justice Sally Updike Monday. That is your Pennsylvania liberal Supreme Court that actually moved. It's like when you play, it's like you're playing basketball and you say, all right, we're going to spot you 10 points. It doesn't matter what the game is. The court right there spotted Democrats basically 10 seats, okay? President Donald Trump came out yesterday. President Trump, Pennsylvania Republicans should appeal redistricting to the U.S. Supreme Court. Pennsylvania Republicans should appeal their state's court-drawn congressional district map all the way to the Supreme Court. President Donald Trump wrote on Twitter on Tuesday in order to stop Democrats from pursuing an agenda that Trump claims will raise taxes and waste money. We have gone through this in great detail. Yesterday, there's a full explanation in a video I did yesterday with Lee Snover on our website. Okay, and hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'm looking at this. This is from the New Yorker magazine. New Pennsylvania congressional map is a big win for Democrats. This is from the New Yorker. Pennsylvania Supreme Court issued a new redrawn map of the state's congressional districts on Monday, and it looks very good for Democrats. The map, which the court had ordered after ruling that the current version is overly partisan. So what happened is they went in and said, hey, it's over partisan, so the court ruled them to redraw it. The legislature did not redraw the map. You got to be clear on that, because the state legislature is the one that draws the map and they vote on it. It belongs to the state legislature, okay? But the court ordered them to redraw the map, okay? Stating that the districts ordered them, the ruling to current version was overly partisan, does away with the wackily shaped districts that are hallmarked for gerrymandering. It features contiguous counties that split far fewer counties, and as a bonus, a far easier on the eyes. It's better it's on the eyes, okay? The new map means Democrats can expect to compete in the majority of the 18 congressional races in November, with experts generally concurring that they pick up more than 10 seats. Democrats need 24. I'm confused if we're out there missing this story.
Wells Fargo has the.
I'm just confused, okay? Nancy Pelosi is measuring the drapes. They will try to impeach your president of the United States. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. This morning I got a text I got a text from Lisa this morning, and she has written something, and it's about social media, and I like it, and I'm going to read this to you. I asked her if I could read it out loud on the show. Lisa wrote this morning, and let's see if I can get it correctly. She likes to write little poems. I get my facts on Facebook, so I'm living in the know. I understand it's 90 with a chance of snow. The world can solve all problems. It's simple if you care. Within just 30 seconds, please hit like and share. We are all living a false identity tied to a glowing screen where we can be all that we are not, heroes behind the scene. If we all stop for just a moment and own what we have become, take a stand to make a change, refuse to function numb. Take time to help a neighbor instead of posting about his fall. Let's seize this grand opportunity before we go straight to hell. That was a rough ending. Before we go straight to hell. Did you like that?
I liked it. Good job, Lisa.
Yeah, that was where she wrote that this morning. She writes about 3 or 4 poems a year. Okay. Anyhow, let's see. Amanda, I let the show get away. Obviously, we wanted to make sure we respectfully took the time to talk to you about Dr. Billy Graham, and we had our first governor candidate interview. Brian Kemp. I've got 4. Was there anything on there that you've been looking up? I mean, you said bump stocks earlier. Is there anything concerning guns or anything like that? The last 4 minutes here, you have any comments on?
No, you got that earlier in our first segment, but pretty much, with the bump stock ban, it's not going to stop there. And I want to, if it's okay with you, post a funny meme of what I think about the bump stock ban.
Go ahead.
Once the show's done. So.
Go ahead. You can do that. You can post that. It's all right with me.
All right.
My nerves are shot, but
you guys be looking out for that.
All right. Be looking out for that. Yes, the President of the United States has ordered Jeff Sessions, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, to effective immediately or whatever to stop or put a halt to bump stocks or anything that would turn a weapon into an automatic weapon. The little kid, Sinead O'Connor, is yelling. I call her Sinead O'Connor. The kid that yells the loudest. Yes, we have a lot of new information on this David Hogg. Yes, we know the scripts have been written. Yes, we know the liberal left has focused in on these kids, and we're aware of everything there, and they don't catch us off guard. We're prepared for them. HQ2 coming to Georgia. What will happen with the adoption agencies? What will happen? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you ever want to send me messages, if you have research out there, you are our research team. We're not a big operation. You're the research team of this company out there. You can find us on Facebook. You can always text the show. This is my 24-hour, 7-day-a-week news hotline, 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. Our email is chief@fetchernews.com, chief@fetchernews.com. Also, you can follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV, okay? And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is FYNTV Fetcher News. If you'll subscribe anytime we're running a live broadcast or we upload a video, you will get a notification there. Facebook, all the above. Every Thursday at 8:30, we have Carla's Corner. Carla will be in tomorrow. Carla's Corner is at 8:30 every Thursday morning. And then Friday, we're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, okay? Looking forward to that. Are you guys looking forward to the warm weather already? How about allergies? How many are taking, by a show of hands, how many are taking or ready to go get your allergy medication now? Okay, show of hands, everybody, okay? Got the little headache going right here, knowing what it's from. But anyhow, every Friday we're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we have our segment Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. If you ever want to ask Dr. Whaley a question, all you do is send us an email, info at fetchernews.com, and put in the subject line Ask the Doc. Ask the Doc. So we do Ask the Doc, and then our all-star political panel, and our pet of the week. The list goes on. It's Nap Wednesday. I'm going to get a nap in today, somehow, some way, somewhere, some why, or whoever, or whatever. I think I've said enough. There it is. I got the wrap it up sign. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. See you later.